You filed your taxes this year. You spent hours gathering receipts, signing forms, checking boxes. And for what? Because while you followed every rule, the world's wealthiest billionaires quietly paid close to zero. We are exposing the biggest legal conspiracy in modern finance: the billionaire tax evasion formula. A system so complex, so perfectly engineered, that it shifts trillions of dollars in tax burden away from the ultra-rich and directly onto you. This isn't illegal. It's worse. It's perfectly legal. A playbook written by billionaires for billionaires, embedded inside the very laws you're forced to obey. If you work for a living, this system is actively draining your income and transferring it upward every single year. The first layer, the asset trick. You pay taxes on income. They don't earn income at all. That's the first illusion. Billionaires grow richer through unrealized gains, the rise in value of assets they never sell: stocks, real estate, private companies, art. They buy low, watch those assets skyrocket, and owe zero tax until they sell. But here's the trick: they never sell. Instead, they take those inflated assets to a private bank, hand them over as collateral, and borrow against them, hundreds of millions in cash, tax-free. A loan isn't income. That's the code. They live off borrowed money: luxury jets, mega yachts, entire companies, all funded by lines of credit backed by paper wealth. The interest payments are often deductible, and when they die, the loan vanishes in a legal sleight of hand called a step-up in basis. They literally spend future profits today and never pay the bill. You're taxed to survive. They're financed to expand. The second layer, the Dynasty Trust Black Box. Death should be the great equalizer. For billionaires, it's just another loophole. Normally, when assets pass to heirs, they're taxed. Not here. Enter the Dynasty Trust, a financial black box that stores wealth for centuries. The billionaire moves assets into the trust. Legally, those assets no longer belong to them. They belong to a perpetual legal entity that never dies. When they pass away, their heirs inherit control, not ownership. No taxable event, no estate tax, no accountability. The trust pays the bills, buys the houses, funds the businesses, all while remaining non-taxable. It's a permanent money vault, a private country inside the financial system, immune to death duties. This is how billionaire dynasties survive forever. You're told to build generational wealth. They've already built eternal wealth. The midpoint twist, the valuation mirage. Here's where the game becomes pure deception. When a billionaire finally does want to sell or donate assets, they don't use the real numbers. They manipulate the value itself. They funnel their holdings into private foundations, charities in name, investment arms in reality. They donate stock or art, claiming the maximum possible market value for tax deductions. But when those same assets are later sold inside the foundation, they're revalued at a fraction of that price, often sold to another entity secretly owned by the same billionaire family. It's a loop of invisible profit. They deduct billions in charitable donations and then keep control of the money inside a tax-exempt structure. Their philanthropy isn't generosity, it's arbitrage. They move money from the taxable world to the private world without losing control. The public sees a donation, the accountant sees a transfer, and the government sees nothing at all. The double twist, the middle-class subsidy. Now comes the betrayal. Every dollar a billionaire avoids is a dollar someone else must pay. And that someone is you. Because governments still need revenue to fund roads, schools, healthcare, defense. When the top 1% erase their obligations, the shortfall lands on the paychecks of ordinary workers. This is not a broken system. This is the system working exactly as designed. The billionaire's accountant drafts the loophole. The lobbyist sells it to Congress. The politician signs it into law. And the middle class foots the bill. The tax code becomes a mirror of power. The more influence you buy, the less tax you pay. Your compliance is their revenue stream. Your honesty is their advantage. And your silence is their protection. The final reveal, the 5-step middle-class tax defense protocol. You cannot dismantle the billionaire playbook overnight. But you can adopt their defensive logic and stop being the easiest target in the system. Here is the 5-step tax defense protocol that protects you within the same legal framework. Adopt the collateral rule. Stop draining your taxed income. Use assets, investments, equity, or property as leverage for necessary liquidity. Loans are not income. Use that principle carefully to fund key purchases or reinvestments without triggering tax events. Maximize retirement shields. Tax-advantaged accounts are the middle class's last legal safe haven. Max out every option: 401k, IRA, Roth, HSA. Each is a mini tax shelter that compounds over decades, untouchable by annual taxation. This is how you reclaim control of your compounding power. The passive loss offset turn your active income into strategic paper losses. Invest in small rental properties or side businesses that allow depreciation deductions. Every dollar of documented loss can legally reduce your W-2 tax liability. This is how the rich convert reality into numbers that work for them. Audit your deductions. Stop leaving money on the table. Most professionals underdeduct out of fear. Use every legitimate deduction aggressively. Mileage, education, home office, charitable contributions. The tax code rewards precision, not hesitation. Billionaires maximize every line item. So should you. Demand transparency. The final step is political. Until dynasty trusts, collateral loans, and valuation games are exposed, this formula remains invincible. Call, write, and pressure your representatives to close the legal loopholes, enabling dynastic wealth immunity. The laws exist because silence keeps them safe. The closing truth: the billionaire tax evasion formula is not a bug in the system. It is the system. It's a mechanism that ensures capital compounds faster than labor, guaranteeing that wealth moves upward and never returns. Every April, while you calculate what you owe, the ultra-rich calculate what they can legally erase. And every loophole they use was built with your money, written into law by the taxes you paid. The conspiracy isn't hidden in offshore accounts, it's printed in plain text inside your nation's tax code. But now, you know the code. And knowledge is the only equalizer left. Download our exclusive report. The top 10 tax loopholes the ultra-rich use, and how you can legally access them. It's the first link in the description. Then subscribe to the Hidden Wealth File, where we expose the systems the rich use to stay rich before they destroy your financial future. Remember this truth: the tax laws are written by those who never have to pay them. Your defense starts the moment you stop believing they're fair.